Hello, Anomaly John 173 here. Today I want to compare what the first 15 minutes look like between a normal save mode game and a max difficulty survival mode game. I do a lot of abandoned mode. I do a lot of max difficulty survival mode, permadeath, things like that. But I got to thinking, I've never really shown folks more of a side-by-side comparison of what a start out looks like in normal mode versus in a max difficulty mode. So I thought I'd do the first 15 or so minutes of each mode. I'll show you maybe the first 5 minutes of one and then the first 5 minutes of the other. I'll put a little timer up just so we can kind of stay on track a little bit and go from there. So let me just start with, I'm going to go into custom so you can see the settings instead of just picking normal. I'm going to go into custom and I'm going to just pick normal mode right out of the box. So you can see standard, minimal technology damage, standard. It's all basically standard stuff. The tutorial, of course, is enabled. It's not permadeath mode. So I'll just take these settings and we'll play the first 15 minutes or so, just kind of following the tutorial. So we'll confirm that and get started. While it's coming in, I'll go ahead and start our timer. Not exact, but just close. So again, starting out normal mode. It's going to put us on a planet. And I want you to notice, I'm going to guess, I haven't played normal mode in a long time, but I'm going to guess when you start out in normal mode, the planet we're on looks like it's cold, but I'm betting we're not going to have to deal with a storm right away. And if there were a storm, it's not going to reduce our hazard protection near as quickly. I'll still focus on the important things to focus on in terms of getting our initial resources established and finding our ship and things like that. But again, I think you'll find that it's very different between the normal mode and max difficulty survival mode. So we're here. If we take a look real quick, I do need to repair my scanner with some ferrite dust. I do need to find my ship and repair my ship. So let's do that. The first thing we want to do is ferrite dust so that we can repair our scanner. Shouldn't take too terribly long to actually collect the ferrite dust that we need. I do want to also look for some protection because I am in the cold. Here's a little bit of protection with some sodium. So let's use that and just get a little bit of relief while we continue grabbing some ferrite dust. Let's see if that's enough. It is. Let me get my scanner repaired. And now that my scanner is repaired, I can not only scan around to look for things like sodium, but I can also more easily find pretty quickly here things like my ship. Grab some dihydrogen while we're here. You can see there's no storms. There's no immediate danger. I do still need to keep an eye on my hazard protection. Grab a few supplies over here. Highly recommend, whether you're playing normal or survival mode, that you take advantage of any natural hazard protection and life support, you can. You can see I've got both here. Let's go ahead and use some of the hazard protection to get us up to 98%. I don't need the life support yet. There's a cave right here. Caves are a great place to pick up oxygen and sodium. We are going to need cobalt eventually, but we don't need that yet. Let me just grab some carbon. Carbon is important for charging things like our mining beam initially. Even though we're in normal mode, we don't necessarily have to jump right into caves for protection, but it just makes a lot of sense. It just makes it really convenient to focus on some of the core materials you need, like oxygen, sodium, carbon, ferrite dust, etc. Focus on that. This isn't a huge cave at all, but there is some carbon down here, so I'll grab it while I'm here. And you can see we're coming up on 5 minutes. Tell you what I may do is I may just extend it to maybe the first 10 minutes before I flip over and show you what the first 10 minutes looks like on max difficulty. So we've got some carbon. Looks good. And good thing we have carbon because I need to recharge my mining beam. This flora is a great resource for sodium and oxygen many times. So we'll grab all that. Notice that I'm trying to run my mining beam as hot as I can without it overheating. The hotter it is, actually the faster and more efficient I believe it mines. Keep grabbing carbon. Let's jump over here. Keep grabbing sodium. Thank you. We'll take that. All right, I've now detected my starship, so I can jump right over to the starship. And that's at under 6 minutes. So we'll grab some sodium here for some extra resources for hazard protection. And then we'll head for our ship. All right, our ship is... Oh, hello. Let's grab this while we're right here. What I'll also do is I'll try to show you in a minute what some of the stack sizes look like. All right. So we've got some sodium, we've got some carbon, we've got some oxygen. We've got some natural raw ingredients for both life support and hazard protection if I need it. Have just a little bit of ferrite dust. I'm going to need more, of course. Our ship is 500 units away. So let's just kind of head that direction. We'll stay underground as long as we can. And then hopefully I'll be able to get out of here. Yep. All right, let's head towards our ship. I'll grab some more ferrite dust kind of along the way. We'll need ferrite dust to do things like build pure ferrite, which we'll need to repair our starship. So I'll grab these while I'm headed there. I see some more tubers up there. It's kind of along the way, so I'll just head over here and grab those as well. But notice we haven't hit any storms at all yet. And we'll compare that in a minute with survival mode. There she is, the Radiant Pillar. This is pretty darn laid back. It's, negative 78 degrees. You can see there's just one triangle next to my hazard protection. So my hazard protection is not dropping very quickly. I have plenty of time as long as I'm just careful, as long as I'm looking around, looking for a cave, grabbing resources that are very plentiful so far. I've had no problems finding oxygen, sodium, carbon, ferrite dust. Let everyone know that I'm here. Go jump in the ship. So in under 10 minutes, I've gotten to my ship, and I have some of the supplies I need already to start to repair it. Sun's coming out. Look at that. What a beautiful day. Logs, logs, logs. Repair the ship. And so you can see I need one hermetic seal, one metal plating, pure ferrite, and dihydrogen. I should have enough already where I can make a couple metal plating. I don't have enough dihydrogen yet to make the dihydrogen jelly, but that's not going to take long. I've got plenty of supplies. Notice the stack sizes here. I've got, I don't have enough material yet to really show you, but carbon, I do have a stack of 475. Some of the survival mode max difficulty, the stack sizes can be as small as 300. So you have to be much more conscious of what you're collecting. So let me pause right here and I will switch over. Let me stop the timer at 11:03, it looks like. So let me now jump over to the first 11 minutes of a max difficulty survival mode. And let's see after 11 minutes how close we are to having gotten into our ship and having some pretty decent supplies, carbon, oxygen, sodium, some raw ingredients for life support and hazard protection, etc. Let's jump over. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, now we're comparing normal mode versus... Okay, now as we're comparing normal mode versus max difficulty survival mode, let me jump into the survival mode version. I just did the first 11 minutes of normal mode. So for max difficulty, we're going to go into custom. Instead of picking normal and all the defaults for the difficulty preset, we're going to choose survival. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to change everything to the far right-hand side. So challenging, we'll even make it permadeath. We're not going to do abandoned mode. Expensive, harsh, challenging. We're going to leave the tutorial on, challenging, and we're going to lock it so we can't change it. So now let me turn on the timer here in a minute. And here we go. And I'll try to compare for you. I'll start the timer here in just a minute. I'll compare for you a little bit. There's the timer starting. What max difficulty looks like when you first start out. I think you're going to notice that the environment's going to be much more harsh right away. Probably within the first couple seconds, there's going to be a storm on top of us. I'm going to need to try to find shelter right away. And again, I'll try to keep it at around the same 11 minutes so we can compare how far we get. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for shelter. I'm going to try to head there, and I'm going to collect any resources I can while I'm going. Just about there. Technically, it hasn't really started yet. I can't control it. And we've already hit 45 seconds or so, but that's all right. Here we go. And let's just see how long it takes for a storm to show up. I'm looking around. I don't see any immediate protection. Notice my hazard is going down already. There's some sodium over here. I'm going to grab that right away. Oh, I can't. That's advanced mining. I'm looking for protection. Not seeing any yet. I'm looking for sodium. I'm looking. Don't see a cave yet. You don't want to run too much because running also... That was real smart walking into that. Running also uses up resources faster. I'll grab some dihydrogen just as I'm walking by, but I can't stop because I need to find some cover right away. I'm not seeing cover yet. I'm not seeing sodium yet. Let's make sure this isn't a cave right here. It is. Perfect. I need this cave for protection ASAP. So I'm getting in this cave. I'll start grabbing some cave marrow because I can convert that right away to sodium. Temperatures are stabilizing. My hazard protection's going back up. This cave is going to be very good. I'm going to spend a little bit of time in here grabbing sodium, oxygen, hopefully some ferrite dust as well. And I'm going to take my time and let my hazard protection recharge as much as it needs to. All right, so we're looking around. This doesn't look like a very big cave. Oh, no, it's not. It is not a very big cave. Not a lot we're going to be able to do here. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to have to go right back out. I don't think I even have enough ferrite dust yet to make a metal plate so I can build my refiner and convert my ferrite dust to, convert my marrow bulb into sodium. So we're going to have to venture out and we're going to have to find the next available protection. Sir, can I squeeze through here? All right, there's a little bit more here I can grab, a little bit more cave. And we'll notice we're already at 4 minutes. And I'm still in caves getting my core material, my core resources collected. I have very little sodium so far, which is not good. Nothing else really up here. So we're going to have to venture out. But I'll need to remember where this cave is because I may need to run back to it. Let's take a look right away. Let's take a look around. I don't see another cave in this area. Let's see if this is a cave. Nope. All right, sodium. Good, I'll take it. Dihydrogen, I'll grab a little bit. But I need to head for a cave right away. Could that be a cave down there? Come on, ferrite dust. I'm really surprised a storm hasn't shown up yet. Usually storms happen pretty much right away. Sodium, we'll take it. Carbon, we'll take it. Yeah, we need carbon big time. You got to be real careful early on. You use carbon to get carbon, and it's a net zero gain if you're not careful. I'm keeping an eye on my global protection. Carbon, carbon, carbon. Let's see if I can make a couple of plates real quick. Not yet. I can't make the hydrogen jelly yet. I need more ferrite dust. First things first, though, let's make sure we have some protection. All right, there's protection right there. So before I jump in, let's grab as much ferrite dust as I can. See how often we're having to recharge our mining beam? We didn't have to do that hardly at all in normal mode, did we? Notice also that I'm at 7 minutes already and I'm still collecting resources. I don't know where my ship is yet. We should be able to... Oh, not yet. Ferrite dust. I need more ferrite dust. Hey, bud. How you doing? Again, I'm grabbing carbon. Make sure I got plenty of carbon to recharge my beam. We need this ferrite dust. I'm not hearing a storm. Oftentimes you can hear them coming. I'm not hearing one yet, so that's good. All right, let's repair our scanner. Should be able to make another metal plate. I need at least one carbon nanotube. Now I should be able to scan. So there's a good scan. Good, good. Now let's jump into the cave for some relief. And hopefully for some sodium. Again, these caves aren't very big, are they? But at least now I can build a refiner and refine the cave marl, the marl bulb that I'm collecting. We're at 9.5 minutes. I think this will be pretty good example for you of kind of what the first 11 minutes or so are like, comparing the two. All right, we did finally just find our starship. Just had to recharge my mining beam again. Getting a little bit of oxygen and sodium here. That's good. I don't see you. Where are you at? Oh, you hiding behind there? Yeah, you are. All right, I need the sodium too. All right, which way is our ship? Our ship is 500 meters away, 500 units away. While we're down here, I am going to go ahead and make a refiner, and I'm going to use it to refine my marl bulb into more. Oh, I don't have enough carbon. Look at that. I need more carbon right away. And there's none in here. Well, hisser. All right, let's pick it up. I do have some sodium, not much. So I'm going to have to go for it. Go up the mountain here. I'll grab a little bit of carbon as I'm going. Grab some dihydrogen. I'm going up the hill. Keeping an eye on my life support levels. It's at 50%. I'll leave it for now. Okay, deuterium is going to help me get a lot more out of my... There's some more. Let's grab this deuterium. It'll help me by overcharging my jetpack to help me get to the ship faster. Look at that. Look at that. Grab more sodium. And there's the ship. Gather the same items that we did in normal mode. And again, I'm really surprised we haven't hit any storms yet in max difficulty. In most other max difficulties I've done, pretty much within a few seconds of you spawning on a planet, there's, you know, a storm that you're having to deal with. So, okay, let's jump on our ship. We're at 14 minutes now compared to the 11 minutes we were at in normal mode. Go through the same tutorial items, read the log. Repair the ship. Take a look at things. Hermetic seal, metal plating, I already have one. I still don't have enough dihydrogen jelly to make that. I can make another metal plate. No, I can't yet. So you can see we're at 14 minutes. We're at about the same location we were in normal mode at 11 minutes, but notice I've got fewer resources. Notice the stack sizes are only 300 maximum. And I have additional work to do here to catch up a little bit to where I was in normal mode. That's pretty much probably a good place to stop right there. So again, that's comparing a normal mode start and a max difficulty survival mode start. You can see in this case, max difficulty was not that much more difficult in that situation. Again, it can vary based on the planet that you spawn in on. In max difficulty, the resources will be fewer and far between. Your stack sizes are smaller. You definitely have to pay more attention to finding shelter and always having a place to go that's covered, like a cave or a building or something. But in general, it's not that hard to do. If you're used to playing normal mode, you just need to be aware of what you're doing, collect the right resources, have shelter available, and just kind of work the same tutorial. There should be some oxygen here that's always here at the radiant pillar. Here it is. I'll grab that before I'm thinking about it. So that's it. Hopefully this quick video will just help you kind of see the differences, know what you might want to focus on a little harder when you're, I guess I should have stopped my timer, huh? Know what to focus on more, you know, when you're in max difficulty. Just go for it. Just try it. You don't have to do permadeath, but it'll actually improve your game a lot if you play max difficulty, focus more on resources, focus more on shelter, have smaller stack sizes. It actually ends up being a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. More soon.